Hello, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today I'm here with my friend and co host, Ms. Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we are the Biz Chicks. It is Memorial Day, and we just want to thank all of those persons for their service who have given and the families who've given the ultimate sacrifice. We just want to say thank you and that we are praying for your comfort during this time as we all remember the sacrifice of those who made this country an opportunity what it is. So thank you again. And today we're going to be talking about what do you want? I think it's appropriate. I'm giving a shout out to all of those over in Clubhouse who are going to be joining the conversation, which Fran is setting up. And I am here live streaming. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and we are on YouTube. So with that, we hope that you'll join the conversation as we talk about what do you want? How you
Yeah,
doing this morning, Fran?
I am doing really well.
Good. I'm putting up.
And I had to fix something in here. There we go. Couldn't start the room. Maybe it was set for 8 p.m.
Oh, hey.
So, hey, Maureen, how are you? Today we're going to be talking about what do you want? Hey, Drea. How are you doing, Drea? Is that the St. Louis Arch I see in your picture? Anyway, I'm gonna see if Drea want to say a little something. So today we're talking about what do you want,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and pulling up my little note here. Hey, Jamar, my notes. I was, I get thoughts all the time, but what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Um, my second question to that is why do you want it? Because somebody told you you should want that, or it's something you really, really desired.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we want stuff that other people want because that's what, they said that this is what I'm supposed to want.
Oh,
Like,
yes. Well, they told us this is what we're supposed to want. Correct.
right. Yeah,
Oh,
like you want a yacht and you don't know how to swim and you don't like boats.
you don't even know if you like boats. Never been on one.
So you're supposed to have a yacht because, that's what you get when you get major money. You buy a yacht and you
The
buy
lifestyles
clothes.
of the rich and famous. Anybody remember that?
Yeah, so this is the indicator of your wealth. This is what you get. This is what you do when you want money. I mean, when you get money, this is what you do with it. But is that really what you wanted? Maybe you don't like Spumoni ice cream.
And you know what? Different cultures have different um, wealth indicators. In
Mhm,
some cultures, because food is so scarce, if you are fat, they know you're wealthy. But is that good for your heart?
mhm.
Some things are, are legal, but are they good for you? You know what I'm saying? Alcohol, smoking, just different things. So
So
we need to run that through some different filters.
right. So when a couple of years ago, this was before, I believe it's the end of 2018, getting ready to go into 2019. I
Hmm.
challenged everybody to pull out and get a list of 100 things that you wanted to accomplish uh, in your lifetime. This didn't mean that it had to all happen in 2019, but write down 100 things. Boy, I got looks and like 100. How am I? It when people started sitting down to write the 100, it seemed like it was insurmountable. Oh my God, 100.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, I found it difficult. I was slugging through it. It's like,
And a lot of the times it's because we can't find 100 things that we might want to do for ourselves. But that list
Mm-hmm.
was not relegated just to ourselves. What do you want for somebody else? Could have been on the list, which probably would have made the list a little easier because it's easy for us to think of what we would want to do for someone else. But
Mm-hmm.
what do you want? What is the desire of your heart? And like I said, we were asked to come up with 100 things that we wanted to do. Could have been places that you wanted to go, could have been things that you wanted to buy, it could have been ideas that you wanted to see come to pass, it could be building a business, having children, getting your kids into college. It could have been a whole lot of different things, but what did you want? 100 things. Then at the beginning of the then after you wrote down those 100 things, the next thing was, what are the top 10 that you're going to do for the year?
Mm-hmm.
Just the top 10, not the whole 100, the top 10, whittling down to getting closer to what it is that we really really want. And you pick your top 10 and you work on that top 10 for the year. Well, today I'm asking you go back to those lists and dust it off. Look at the list, see if there's something that you still wanted to do, pull out the list, reevaluate it. Do you still want was what was on the list? Do you
Mm-hmm.
still want that? And understand that it's okay if you changed your mind. It's okay to change your mind because seasons change, and then there might be change in you, might be change in whatever it is that you're doing, and it's okay. Desires change. It is okay to change, but you still should have something on your list
Mm-hmm.
for you to complete. So for the next 6 months, because tomorrow is June 1st and we're entering into the second half of 2021, what do you want to see come to pass in 2021 for
Mm-hmm.
you? Not for everybody else around you, but for you. What do you want to see in 2021?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but Anna says it's okay. She's taking notes for us. She says it's okay to change your mind.
Yeah,
What do you want? She says 100 things, then your top 10.
right.
Thank you, Anna. I appreciate that.
So I'm gonna ask a question to everybody over on Clubhouse and the people who are on the live feed, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or Twitter. Um, what do you want? And
Mm-hmm.
identify that one thing. It may take you some sitting down and contemplating because this is really what I want. Uh, and I was listening to someone, and they were like, if you really wanted it, like if you really wanted to reduce by 10 pounds, then that desire or that dream is going to drive your behaviors. But if you don't ever know what it is that you want, things are not really going to move in the direction of whatever you want because you don't know what you want.
Do we need to quantify what we want? Do we need to say, I need X amount of dollars to do blah, 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 or I need to lose this amount, I need to release this much weight, or, you know, should we be
What and
quantifying this list?
maybe the desire is to be healthier. Okay, so I would like to be healthier because you can't quantify anything until you've identified what it is that you want. I would like to be healthier. What does healthier mean? Well, that means I probably should lose the weight because the doctor said I should do that. Set aside the weight. I had a different, get to my ideal weight. Getting
Mm-hmm.
to my ideal weight means I either need to gain it or lose it. It doesn't matter, but getting to my ideal weight for this body. Okay. So if I need to get to my ideal weight for this body, what do I need to do? If that's something that I want, I need to understand that's what I want. And I want it not because I'm supposed to have a beach body by summer because that's what everybody else wants. I want this because I want it. I personally would like to be healthy, not because my doctor said that you da 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 da.
Hmm.
I want this because I decided I want this.
Anna says, getting a type 2 diagnosis helps with motivation. Yeah, it does.
Right. But I don't
Mhm.
want to
But we
do
don't
it.
want to get there if we don't
I
have to.
don't want to be there because of that motivation.
Mhm.
So, and a lot of times the things that we've been doing and the reason why we get to type 2 diabetes and things of that nature is because we're following somebody else's path.
Mhm.
We're not following the path that we set up for ourselves. We, go ahead, you can have that cake and them cookies okay, because we're following somebody else's path. I want to be part of the end with the cool kids. Well, the cool kids eat crazy. And if that's not what I want for me, then I
Mhm.
can't eat with the cool kids.
And you know something, Anna says that's a good point. I have to now want to get healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and the other thing is, have you noticed that the cool kids are always setting trends, not following trends?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can be a cool kid by setting your own trend, and I noticed that with Maureen. We have Maureen in here. She is a fitness um, coach, and I noticed that she carries her own snacks. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? She is prepared. She's
Right.
if you
If you prevent it, you don't have to curse it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And she's right. Because okay, when we were growing up, when you were I watched little kids play. Little kids, I'm watching little babies. They're grabbing their toes and they're folding up like little pretzels and stuff
mm-hmm,
like that. And I'm like, when did we lose that mobility?
mm-hmm,
When we
mm-hmm.
started taking on the things of the world, when we started watching other people doing other things, they little kids, they run and run and run and run and run, and you try to Billy sit down. No, Billy's got his arms out and he's running and he's doing all this, and you'd be like, come on, Billy, sit down. Well, no, you slow down. Billy and them ain't slow down.
Yes, I know. One year we're getting ready to go to Disneyland. I knew we were going to Disneyland, and I knew that I was going to be the senior person on the trip. But I had been walking every day, Francine. When we got to Disneyland, I outwalked those 30-year-olds. They said, we were worried about you. We can't keep up. Okay. Because you know what you want, you prepare for that thing. I
You
knew I needed to be able to sustain some concrete for an extended period of hours.
your wants, and once you understand what it is that you want and focus in
Mhm,
and lock in on it, you let no one deter you from it,
mhm,
and you
mhm.
just keep going,
Yes.
and you do what's necessary. And it, like Maureen carrying her own snacks, that's going to
Mhm.
be necessary so that you're not going through drive through trying to peruse the menu for something that one leaf of lettuce that you can eat on the menu because you didn't plan your meal.
Mhm. And they're
You
going to
didn't
charge you $9 for it because they know you didn't plan.
you didn't plan your meal accordingly, and or
Mhm.
you're living haphazardly. But when you know what you want and knowing what you don't want, you make different decisions.
Mhm.
So I want to be healthy, fit, and trim,
Exactly.
which means I'm going to have to I'm gonna have to do something different. I can't do what other people do and live the way they want. Okay. Some people, I want ice cream, they buy ice cream, eat ice cream.
Mhm.
Yay. Doesn't mean I can't have ice cream. I just need to think about it. Doesn't mean I can't have a cookie. Maybe not a good idea to eat the whole box of cookies.
Okay.
I need to know, my want and desire has to be strong enough to overcome the obstacles of others.
Hmm. Anna says it's smart carrying your own snacks. And Maureen says if you prevent it, you don't have to, she meant cure it.
Sure, exactly.
Hmm.
I I don't want, I know what I want and what I don't want. If it's my desire to live healthy, long and strong and finish life strong, then I'm going to have to put some things into play. And tomorrow, I mean, next time we come back, we're going to talk about what it takes to do that. But today, we're talking about identifying what you want and wanting it because you want it, not because somebody else said you should want it.
Hmm.
And those things are very subtle. We are doing things, maybe our parents, oh, you should be a dentist because that's going to get you paid. But really, is
Hmm.
that what you really want to be doing? I think it was Miles Monroe said, your destiny is whatever it is that you would rather be doing.
Ah, I love it. That is a good way to identify it. What would you rather be doing?
Yep.
And if the young people in your life would rather be playing video games or rather be skateboarding or whatever it is that they want to do, um, can we just let them do that? It may really turn out to be extremely profitable in the long run, and you
Mhm.
don't think of it as that,
Well,
but
because
you're
you
really
can,
developing some new skills.
well, you can't see it, but they see
Hmm.
it. And
Hmm.
part of whatever it is that you want is being able to see yourself doing the, can you see yourself walking well? What do
Hmm.
you see? Do you see yourself in your 90s walking like you're in your 40s, hoping that your 40s are a good spot? Again,
Hmm.
I look at the little kids and they're playing, they're tumbling and they're rolling, and there, who says that our joints have to stiffen up and do
Hmm.
all these things? A lot of this stuff happens because we start putting the wrong fuel in. i talked
Absolutely.
I talked about premium fuel before, and getting back to premium fuel, what are you putting in? Maureen carries premium fuel with her.
True.
Premium fuel may not be fried chicken or
Mm.
fried anything. What is premium fuel that is going into your body? The more premium the fuel that you put in, the better it burns in the body, and the body can get rid of the waste of it, whatever parts are not necessary, a lot better. And it's easier on your system.
Mhm. Mhm.
Your system, your digesting system takes so much work that that's the hardest part of the daily activity of your body, is to digest food. We think it's like, okay, I'm just going to eat, and that's why a lot of people eat and they're kind of sluggish at the end of the day, because the body is now like, whoops, we got to digest this stuff. Well, what are we going to, am I going to put premium, if I put premium fuel in,
Mhm.
I'm going to have a premium life.
Yes.
We talked about the different cars. Even if you have a car that does not require premium fuel, the car runs a lot better on premium than it does on the cheap stuff. And a lot of
Mhm.
times we buy the cheap stuff because we don't want to pay the money. We spend time in the aisles, what is those foods that are prepackaged?
Mhm.
Some stores you go into, there's not a green thing in the store. Everything is in a box, in a package, and it's been uh it's just in the package. And you're like, everything is in a package. I walk down the cereal aisle and I can smell the sugar coming off the package.
Oh
I
my
can
goodness.
literally smell sugar. I was like, ooh, this is not good. And I am not a, I know I'm not a heavy sweet eater. I do like cookies, but I don't like heavy sweets and sugary stuff.
Mhm.
So for me, I have an aversion to it. I was like, oh gosh, I need to get off this aisle. Like, okay, how many of y'all have ever smelled a donut? You're
Well,
smelling sugar and grease.
Anna says, we feel deserving of the quote unquote good stuff. And Jerry says, so true. So true. Love fresh, she says.
Right.
And
And
then,
fresh is so much better for us.
mhm,
High water content food.
mhm,
Maureen eats that constantly. Apples and I looked at something she had on her Instagram page, and it was all green and vibrant colors. The food should be vibrant colors, not packaged little Debbie's and all of that.
we have Claudia in the room.
Hey, Claudia.
Also, Maureen says that your digestive system slows down as you age. Now, let's see what Claudia is saying here. She says, you're right. Everything we have been taught is
A
was
farce.
farce, i.e., breakfast is the most important part of the day. Who wants to eat a huge greasy meal after fasting all night? Mm,
And
okay.
see, we've been okay. Remember when we talked about wanting what you want? How
Mm,
about if you sit still and just let the body decide on what it wants? And Maureen can attest to this. The body really doesn't want that heavy, greasy food.
mm,
Your
mm,
taste buds and your mind that said, "Oh, I'm supposed to have eggs and bacon and da 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 potatoes and da 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 that comfort food."
mm,
That is your mind talking to you. Somewhere you drew, I got to have this hearty breakfast because that's what we need. No, your body doesn't need that. And if we would just allow the body to um, regulate, what was the first foods on the planet when they talked about it was fruits, vegetables. If you go back to the beginning and look, it was fruits and vegetables. There wasn't a bunch of grease and stuff.
okay.
And it doesn't mean that fruits and vegetables have to taste awful. It really doesn't. And Anna is saying my body has wanted sashimi ahi tuna.
Mm,
Your body, if you give it an opportunity, Pat Murray said, I'm sitting here eating spaghetti for breakfast. Obviously, I need to go grocery shopping. Um, if we want to live long, live strong, we need to take better care. And we all say we want to, how about we want to get to the destiny or participate in our destiny long after we ain't got to check out of here before 90.
mhm. And we don't have to check out sick.
No. So why? So I'm thinking, what do I really want? I want to live strong and I want to live healthy. Okay, so I need to be talking to Claudia, who
And
can help
Maureen.
and who can help me make my food choices taste good. Because you can, I'm gonna give you a little hint about something too. Just because it's vegan, don't mean it's good for you. Oh, I'm going to say that again because there are times, okay, because there's a place that I like is really good vegan food, but the way that it's prepared, it still has all the calories and everything else. And you keep eating like that, even though it's vegan, you are not going to get to your goal. So that's a one time situation. They just made it taste good
Mhm.
without using animal products.
Okay, now let's see.
Yeah, Claudia says the other bad idea, we hurt so we try to stop the pain. Well, people, the pain is telling you something. Stop taking painkillers and resolve the issue within your body.
Mm, well said.
Why you got a headache? Probably because you're not drinking enough water or but your body is dehydrated. I
Especially.
know we all over here on health and wellness now. Normally this would be a Thursday thing, but it's Monday because we want certain things, but we need to dig down deep. Why are we experiencing what we are experiencing? What is the pain point? Why do I eat
Mhm.
this? Why do I sit down and eat a box of cookies instead of just having one?
Well, Claudia says,
Yeah, this is the one we just did.
okay. Mhm.
Why are we doing what we do? What is the reason?
Mm,
Do you want whatever it is that you want? Maureen said, "Pain is your body's way of communicating with you." Yeah,
Hey,
Carlos,
Carlos.
cookies do what rock. But see, here's the thing: we can have cookies. The cookies shouldn't have us.
Carlos says the cookies rock. Okay, Carlos. It's
Um,
not, I'm especially vulnerable to Girl Scout cookies. I was like, I love those
what is
things.
it lacking? Okay, the reason why we snack a lot, I think, Maureen, this is where you might be going. What your body is lacking, you may need an apple because your body is saying, I need the vitamin A, C, or whatever's in the apple. And so, but you pick up the cookie and you're eating the cookie and it had a little bit of something, but you keep eating because your body still hasn't gotten the nutrient that it is looking for. So we keep eating it, when in fact, if we would put the right fuel in it, it would be like, oh, I'm satisfied.
Mm.
And you won't be hungry. It's like, I'm not hungry right now. Why? Because your body got the nutrient that it needed. It doesn't need to keep going and trying to pull. Okay, when
Well,
you get
Jerry
the
says, she can't stop at one. Stop which one? It's like the Lay's potato chip thing. You know
right,
what I mean? Okay.
and Claudia says that sugar cravings, you need to raise your energy level, or you didn't eat enough when you crave
Mm.
sugar. Uh, I
Okay.
We want certain things, and sometimes it's the wrong reason why we're eating them. Yeah, and I understand that too. There's the boredom eating, late night crunchy things. You know why there's that late night crunchy things, Anna? Because
Mm-mm.
we're supposed to be asleep. We're
That's a
supposed to.
point well taken. I didn't think of that.
We're supposed to be sleeping. The body is like, well, we need to do something while we're up. Let's pick up a snack.
Oh, mm-hmm.
And Carlos says it's nearly impossible to find actual healthy food. It's all mislabeled and the labels lie. And here's the one of the solutions to that is make it green and make sure, let's go buy some vegetables and stuff. Okay, because you can't put a label on that. And Jill, yes, Jill, I agree. Fruit cures my sweet tooth. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
But that's why we grow our own.
hey, so here's what I've been doing lately.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been getting like unpasteurized orange juice.
Okay.
You don't drink. Okay, so here's the thing about orange juice: you don't drink a big old gulping thing of orange juice because that's like sugar going straight into your bloodstream. However, um, I take the a little orange juice and I'll get a few scoops of watermelon, put it in the blender, with some frozen strawberries. I got my own smoothie, right? And I didn't add any sweetener to it. If it's going to be sweetener, it'll probably be stevia or monk fruit or something if you want to sweeten it up. But it was really good, very filling. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I'm full. I didn't want anything else to eat until around noon or so, when then I'm going to have a salad. More, um,
Carlos is talking
oh,
about seeds. You can try, but seeds are also not healthy because they're not, what do you call it, provable
provable
organic?
organic. So
Okay.
that's why you pray over your food and just eat, and just not be concerned, if it's provable organic. It's better grown out of the ground, picking it up, than it is to take it and open up a package.
Mm-hmm.
I
Maureen says,
take my chances with that. Go ahead.
Maureen says you can never overeat broccoli, but you can overeat fried chicken.
Right.
And let's see what Carlos says. Most organic food is grown in nutrient deprived ground. So interesting.
But
Let's,
but see, even and Claudia has an answer. You can treat your own soil with nutrients.
so,
Yes, you
solution
pray over food
praise.
because I'd rather eat the food out of the garden than for me to open up a package, is all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Now, Anna says this first month, I've got to be extra vigilant. Such a hard, complete paradigm shift. Okay, so if you're shifting, yes, you change your mind, you can change your behavior.
And it's going to take time. And okay, so here's what we talked about last time. Do it today. Don't
Mhm.
try and do it for, I'm going to
Do it
do
for
this for 20
today.
more. I'm going to do it for the rest of my life. Okay, let's just, today is May 31st. Let's just do it for May 31st. I am going
Mhm.
to pick a better fuel for my body. I may not get it right. I may not get it perfect. I may
Mhm.
get a cookie in there, but I am going to, and it doesn't mean that the cookie is bad. It just means I need to eat more of the better fuel than the other fuel.
Mhm.
Oh, Carlos and Claudia are having
They're
conversation
having a
over there.
conversation over here about the soil.
Right.
Mhm.
So just do today when with the what do you want today?
Mhm.
If I decide, thank you, Maureen, living in the present moment. Even if I decide I'm gonna be healthy today,
Mhm.
okay, I'm doing that today. I am going to put the proper food in. I am going to move the way I should because I'm going to my ideal weight, whether
Okay.
that's up or down. I'm getting to my ideal weight for this body. Carlos said he's moving to the Amazons. You will be eating very well there because you'll be eating the fruit from, if I'm not mistaken, there are bananas and coconuts and things of that nature. Um, and we
And
would have to do what Anna is talking about, which is a paradigm shift because
mhm.
now you're getting your stuff fresh and you're not picking up little Debbie's and Twinkies and stuff at the grocery store because none of that packaged stuff is there. Ooh, Claudia, thank you.
It's
She
just
said
a
a
carrot.
carrot is always better than a Big Mac,
Mm.
but we don't think the carrot is tasty. And that's where Claudia comes in, and she can teach us how to season the food.
This what is Carlos
I'm
saying?
going to make Amazon and getting a McHealthy. Yeah, I agree. He's talking about Amazon the place, not
Mhm.
Amazon the store. I believe he's talking about the actual Amazon in South America.
The rainforest. Hmm. Okay.
We can do better. We can have what we want, but we need to know what we want. So, what do you want? I gotta want what I want because I want it, not because somebody else wants it and says that's what you're supposed to want. That's no. And Mark Ward always talks about what is your idea of success? Okay.
Hmm.
Not what somebody else's idea is.
And don't be concerned about it changing. Unless it's changing every 5 minutes, then you might want to think about that. Let's see. Anna says, I
I
wasn't
wasn't
eating.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, man.
I wasn't eating a lot of Little Debbie, probably just way too much prepared foods, fast foods during this pandemic. And that's what I'm talking about. Um, uh, we tend to eat for convenience. I need to get something to eat. So I'm going to get a burrito because I can put it all in my hand and it's handy and I can have that for lunch. Yeah, and Maureen said there's nothing wrong with the cookie. It's the ingredients in the cookie. I agree because you can find cookies that are made with fruit and natural sugars, and it's um, a company called Simple Mills. They make almond flour cookies. They are made with almond flour and coconut sugar, so it keeps your glycemic level down. And you don't need a lot of them. And then Anna says, Mark Ward says, what do you? I can't see that, Terry. You got to put that up for me. Anna's comment. Mark Ward, what do you consider success? Correct. And then Carlos says most people don't realize that what they ate 15 years ago is the cause of their ailment today. most ingredients and not are are not translated in the body as anything. Your body is not stupid. It is like, what is this? What are we supposed to do with this? Uh-oh, she got coconut macaroons are to die for or to live for.
To live for, please.
Anna says she was eating what others were making, partly to help local businesses and mostly so I didn't have to cook.
Hmm. Hmm. Plus, it was sort of entertainment. You know, we weren't getting out of the house, so now we're sort of surfing the net, and they had all kind of offers and free delivery and all kinds of stuff. Hi, how you doing this morning, Coach Karen? It's
Hey,
great to
Karen.
have you in the house.
So even with the getting what you want, you can order in. So Instacart, what store are you ordering from?
Mm.
Instacart can order from the 99-cent store, or you can get it from Sprouts or Whole Foods. And then we complain about the cost a lot of time, and we're eating for cost and convenience, not necessarily eating for healthy reasons or to
But
maintain.
however, in the long run, if we eat healthy, it's a lot less expensive because we are not paying for operations, doctor's visits, medication. In the long run, it's cheaper to eat healthy.
Right.
Okay.
And Claudia says, but if we stop what we do now, our body heals instantly, i.e., stop smoking today and your body will repair itself. I am so glad you said that, Claudia, because it will. You cut yourself, and the body heals the cut. I cut myself on my arm. I don't know if you all can see the scar. The scar is a lot less than it was before. Anyway, I had a scar right here. Every
Hmm.
year, the scar is going away more and more and more, and pretty soon you're not going to see it. Well, I did that when I was a teenager.
Hmm.
I got cut on a Pepsi bottle, and that's very close to the artery. And my mother, she's a nurse. She's like, okay, just put a Band-Aid on and go outside and play. But I'm thinking, anyway, so I got cut. The body healed. She
Hmm.
didn't run me to the emergency room where they sewed it up, put steroids and stuff, and do all. She put a squeezed it back together, put a Band-Aid on it, cleaned it up, and it healed.
Hmm.
The body can heal itself if we allow it to. Um,
She says Wegmans is good on variety. It's grocery wise. I take
right.
it that that's a brand of grocery store. I'm not familiar with it, but Carlos says, with the exception of cancer, talking about the body healing itself.
Yes.
And now Maureen is in the house. Let's see what Maureen has to say about that because she is a survivor.
But it's
Uh,
never too late to start eating foods that nourish you. See, that's a lot of, and Maureen and some other
mhm.
people in here, eh, the
She says,
cancers come because the cells are out of control. The cells are out of control because either we've been putting something in them in our bodies that we shouldn't have. I.e., sugar. Sugar is the worst for your body. Cancer feeds on that stuff. The fungus in the body feeds on it. And I am not a doctor. There is, what is it called? Common sense stuff. If you just look, okay, stop eating sugar and see what happens for a while.
okay. And she says, you can start now to deposit in your healthy account by changing your lifestyle. And that's just so true. Now, Karen, who has survived a number of conditions. She says, so true. I decided to take all meds out of my, what she say,
Medicine
medicine
cabinet.
cabinet. And suppose I
I
don't,
said, surprise, I
I
don't need
don't
anything
need
anymore.
anymore.
And you have, yes, you're going to talk to your doctor and
Please,
what have you,
please.
but you're going to, Maureen can talk about this too, but when you talk to your doctor, her doctor prescribed Prozac. And Maureen said, do I really have to take that? She said, well, you could eat better.
Exactly. Exactly.
And so Maureen decided I'm going to go eat better because uh, see, and I Maureen says inflammation,
Mm-hmm.
um, food is the key, and Coach Karen just said that
She said,
if she has
um,
pain, she uses a hot water bottle, and maybe you need to go sit down someplace
mm, mm-hmm,
and not be doing so. You know what I mean? Doing everything. Okay, there's a pain. There's a pain. Why is there pain? Why do I have a headache? Well, we should stop and okay. What is the reason? Not take a pill to take away the headache, but find out why was the headache there in the first
mm-hmm.
place.
Well, Claudia
Now,
says, I don't agree, Carlos. We don't always hear about cancer healing. Okay, so she's saying there are cases where it has happened. So, what do we want and
now
why?
why? Right.
Mm. Carlos says, I don't know about that. You have to at least have the healthy equivalent first to remove the meds. That's true.
Right. But what we're talking about is let's not get to the point where we need the meds.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we talked about the little kids. When the
Mm-hmm.
little
Okay.
kids was
Mm-hmm.
there, they're playing and playing and playing, and the little kids will eat whatever
Mm-hmm.
you put in front of them.
Yes. Now,
Okay.
now here's Carlos's opinion. He says, I do. Most of the people who attempted to use a healthy solution to cancer died.
Well, that is because we don't know what they did or did not do.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know exactly what their situation is.
Mm-hmm.
I do know of Dr. Lorraine Day. She is a doctor who used to be head of surgery at San Francisco Medical Center. She worked this night shift.
Mm-hmm.
Her and her team, they worked the night shift. They were the team that if you got into a the trauma situation where you're in an accident, they sew you up and put you back together. So night shift. So they're eating out of a
Vending machine.
vending machine all the time, drinking coffee, trying to stay up, eating vending machine, not drinking water or anything, vending machine. And so she developed a lump on her breast. Now she's a surgeon. She developed a lump right here in her chest, and she was like, okay, what is going on? And so she went and had it uh,
Biopsy.
biopsy, but she wouldn't have it cut out. And because she knew that the radiation was going to put more poison into your system. Chemotherapy puts more poison into your system. So she knew these two things being a doctor. So what she did was, okay, she stopped working to take care of it. So the first thing she did was reduce the stress level in her life, which was being up at late
All
at night and all of that
her
trauma. So
biorhythms were off. Mm-hmm.
right. So she stopped doing that. She began juicing and eating healthy. I'm talking raw fruits and vegetables was her main thing. Well, lo and behold, the lump went away. And so she was like, cool, I'm all better. The lump is gone. Well, she went back to work, went back into that same rat race. She began to drink water and some other stuff before that. So she went right back into the system again. Guess what happened? The lump came back again. So, and you can go look her up, Dr. Lorraine Day. So and she wrote the book, Cancer Doesn't Scare Me Anymore. So she said, I got to stop this. I can't keep this lifestyle going. She said, disease comes in one of four ways:
Mm-hmm.
lack of rest, which she wasn't getting, lack of poor nutrition, stress, and no water. Four things cause disease in our bodies. And I was like, okay, that just makes sense. You know, you're not drinking water, you're drinking soda and
Mm-hmm.
coffee and everything else.
Mm-hmm. Now let's go through some of these comments.
Go
Claudia
ahead.
says, I just realized also that stress and anxiety is a major cause of illness and reduces
Healing.
healing.
So
Uh, Carlos says he agrees with that 1,000%.
So here's the thing. I want to
Mm-hmm.
stop on that
Okay.
because your body is putting what is the adrenaline you're putting stuff into the body when you're all stressed out. You know, like a deer. Okay, when they go hunting, they say you should never eat a deer that's been uh, frightened or whatever,
Oh, mm-hmm.
because it has adrenaline or whatever. The hormones have been released into that deer's body, and it's not good. Well, what happens to us if we get all stressed out and we're freaking out about stuff, and our body can't handle us dumping that chemical in there?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now,
And Carlos said, rest. There's all kinds of stuff. We know what to do, but yet do we do it? That is
mm-hmm.
the point.
Okay, well, here's Carlos says Claudia Newman, stress can cause cancer and heart disease. It affects how the body makes mistakes when processing food into amino acids. Coach Karen says we are people rather.
We as a people rather the fix than we want to fix it than prevent it.
Mm-hmm, we tend to want to cure stuff.
We
Okay.
want to fix it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
fix this. It's like, and then they go right back, like people who get out of debt, and then they go right back in there,
Exactly, because
and
it's
they
familiar.
right. Let's
Mm-hmm.
just rescue me from it. And but no, we. How about we change our ways?
And then Maureen is saying, I don't agree with Carlos on the cancer point, but everyone is entitled to their opinions. Okay.
Hmm.
Hi,
Jill says it's also
Jill. I
important.
didn't know you were in the house. How you doing?
She says it's also important who we listen to. Are they well researched, or are they just repeating what they've heard? And see,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm telling you, you talk to different ones. I kind of tend to listen to a doctor who went through it.
Who's been through something? I want to talk to somebody who's on the other side of something.
Of the, yeah. Um,
Maureen,
Anna says the first month I can try to do all the good things on just one diabetes medicine. My doctor wants to see me fight the diabetes with diet and exercise and see what the triglycerides do. I'd rather go with the diet and exercise than to take the medicine.
I want you to know my grandmother overcame diabetes that way with diet and exercise.
Exercise,
Mm-hmm,
because
mm-hmm,
the misdiet, the misappropriation of the foods, or what is it called when you don't eat right? Poor nutrition is what is the cause of it in the first place.
just a poor diet. Yeah. Now,
Right.
Carlos is saying rest important because that's when the body recovers from running all day. Correct. And
Do
Maureen
you
says,
know?
I agree with the doctor. I did too. I did agree with the doctor.
Okay, so do you know that when you rest, you can lose weight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
nobody said anything. But your body, when you get rest, I'm talking rest, and you can't rest with the TV on. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, I went to sleep and I left the TV on or something. I woke up, I was still tired because your mind doesn't get a chance to shut
Shut
down.
down. Mm.
And you're still, and that's like resting and stressing about stuff. Your mind doesn't get rest, means to rest. You should have sweet sleep. It should be where you're dreaming and you're sleep. Get some rest. And Carlos says,
Right
uh,
here?
no, let me go to Anna first. Anna
Yes, because
says
she's
she's
ahead.
working on how she reacts to stressors. And Carlos says, imagine
Oh, wait a minute.
imagine an engine running hard all day and you giving it clumpy food. Uh, mm. The fuel injection gets clogged.
Yes.
The engine backfires. Not cleaning the air filters causes issues. The length of time the car lasts is reduced. So the liquids you eat and the meats keep your the liquids you eat and meats keep your blood dirty. Thank you, Carlos. Some of this stuff is common sense.
He says, on the cancer point, I'm
Mhm.
simply going
By
to.
people I know who
Mhm,
are now dead, and I know many dead cancer victims,
mhm,
and
mhm.
we know many that are alive too. So it we again we don't know what each individual did.
Yes. And Maureen says, I'm a breast cancer and lifestyle change.
Change is vital to my health.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And Anna said, "Thanks, Terralina." And then she said, "Wait, when you rest, you can release weight." Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, you can.
You can, because I looked up how does fat leave one's body. Hold on a minute before you go
Mhm.
there.
She's talking
Um,
about releasing the weight.
yes, before you go there, I googled, where does the fat go when you lose weight? Because I was like, wait, some people are here, and then all of a sudden they're here, and I'm like, wait a minute, what happened? Where did it go? Do you realize it goes out through the lungs
No, I didn't know that.
as you exhale and as you're breathing? I was like, shut up. No, speak up. So, opening your window, getting some fresh air while you sleep, and going to bed. I was like, what? Yes, you still need to walk, because what happens when you walk, you're breathing, or when you exercise, you're breathing. I was
Hmm.
like, wow. Okay. And then go to sleep, get some rest. Okay, go ahead. Let's pick up the next points.
Okay, so
Rest.
Maurice is.
Rest. That's the best weight loss secret out there, but we don't have time to rest. See? Okay,
Hmm.
how many people in here take a nap?
Well,
I'm telling you, your
hold
body
on.
is efficient. Carlos, put Carlos back up.
I'm trying to make sure I'm doing these in order.
Yes, that's the best common. Okay, we're done, Claudia. We did that one where
Uh-huh.
rest is the best weight loss secret out here, but we don't have time to rest. Claudia says common
Common
sense is not
sense.
that all common. Yes, ma'am, you are right. I know many living cancer survivors. And Carlos said, your body is efficient when sleeping. It uses the time to replenish. Using energy, it creates more blood, muscles heal and use energy, etc. See, and you
Okay,
feel
now
better.
Jill
Jill
says,
says hormone imbalance, especially as ladies, can play a role in so much. In interesting, and Kaiser gynecologist told her last week that they don't believe in it and do not do hormone testing.
hmm,
Now, Jill, you and Maureen need to talk, because Maureen has foods and things that you can do to help get your hormones back, or help all of
rebalance.
us. She has a hormone therapy that involves the eating of good foods.
Mm-hmm.
And Anna said, love me some naps. So, all of this to say, what do you want? Ah, what do you want? If you want to be healthy, okay, we talked a lot about what you can do to get healthy, and a lot of stuff we do, we're just not doing what we're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are we putting the tools in place?
Okay.
Claudia and Maureen says
You
in her
know,
research,
have some comments here.
yeah, in her research, most people don't die from cancer, they die from the secondary cause. And Claudia says, of course, you cannot heal the body if you don't change your lifestyle. Um, I'm on Facebook watching. I don't see Maureen here. Is she tuning in from another platform? No, I believe she's on Facebook here. Maureen Stevenson. She is in the
But you
chat.
know, we're streaming to 3 different Facebook pages, so she could be on one of those other pages.
No, we're only on our Facebook
Well,
page
and I
and yours.
and mine. Mm-hmm. So
But
those
it's still,
different.
but she's still in the chat. You can still see Maureen
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook. She has on a red hat. Red hat. So we got to do something different,
Jerry says that's true. Yes.
Claudia. We have got to do better if we want to be better. What is it that you want? It could be better health. It could be wanting something to do with your business. All of
Mm-hmm.
it. We need to make a decision on what we want and do something about it today. Put something in place today. I bought a standing desk. It goes up and down because I didn't want to be sitting all day.
Mm-hmm.
I can sit down if I want. I got a little chair that allows me to rest, but you won't see me.
Hmm. And
Or
I
I
took a
stand up
walk today.
and I walk every day.
Hmm.
I'm going to go outside and take a walk. Maureen has encouraged me. I'm not hiking just yet, but I am walking. Uh, Anna, hey Claudia. Claudia might have something to say over here. Anna says that's part of the paradigm shift I mentioned. Um,
Our
oh,
busy
our busy
lifestyle.
lifestyle is costing us our health. Claudia, if you wanted to say something. And
Yeah,
then, hold on a second. And then Anna says that's part of the paradigm shift I mentioned, the lifestyle change, incorporating more exercise and slashing out the white stuff. And you're starting on a good place. Claudia, go ahead.
well, I just want to mention a personal story about health and healing. So last week, my mom was found. She actually lives in Texas. I live in California. I actually, my aunt called me early in the morning on Tuesday of last week to let me know that my mom was found unresponsive in her room, and she was transported to the hospital. Well, my mom has diabetes, hypertension, glaucoma, and she definitely hasn't been taking care of herself. And with the fact that with the pandemic, she hasn't been able, usually she comes up every summer to my home and she spends like a summer vacation. She spends time with me and her grandkids. Well, this last few years, she hasn't been able to do that because of the pandemic. So she would go back home trying to feed herself, and she feeds herself prep because she's on a limited budget. So she says, she can't really fix the food like I do. But of course, I know that that's just what people say. So my family was kind of urging me, you need to come see about your mom and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not coming to see about my mom. And as harsh as it seems, but my mom had not been taking care of herself. I put my mom's life in the hands of God. I'm like, I don't know what God's plan is, but I'm not going to go see about my mom because if she's on her way out or whatever the case is, then there's reasons behind that. Now, me and my mom have arguments and discussions all the time about what she consumes. And on top of every of the other conditions she has, she's also an avid smoker, maybe a pack and a half a day. Now, God did help and heal my mother. She got out of the hospital and she was back home within about 6 days. When we had the conversation, when she was on her way home, I was like, what did the doctor say? And the doctor basically said the same thing that I would think. You have to change your eating habits. You have to monitor your sugars, and you have to quit smoking. The minute my mother got out of the hospital, she picked up a cigarette and started smoking it, even after the advice of the doctor. So when we talk about health and healing and that it's not possible, I just, in my heart, am never a believer of that. For instance, even with my own personal story, people were telling me that I needed to have a hysterectomy. You have so many fibroids, they're so huge, and blah, 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 blah. My fibroids were the size of a softball. I've been on an alkaline vegan diet and watching what I eat. I haven't been doing as much exercise as I should, but my fibroids now are basically undetectable from a microscope. So for people to say that, healing is not possible even through something as horrible as cancer, well, I guess I agree. If you're not going to change your lifestyle, like my mom chooses not to change her lifestyle, she's not going to be healed. Any of these people that go through these drastic changes, well, what seems drastic to others, which is just eating fresh fruits and vegetables and not processed food, it's not actually drastic, but to others. And to what you were saying at the beginning of the topic, which is, do we do the things that we do for ourselves, or do we do what people, do because we listen to them? And you have to live your life for yourself. My mom chooses to live her life the way she wants. She wants to continue smoking. I can't support that, but that's what she wants to do. And at this point, I'm not going to be mad at her anymore. So, so I just wanted to give you my personal story on health and healing, because I am a believer and have so much hope with healing. And I know that there's a lot of people that were on the program that said that they have met and seeing people who have survived cancer or any kind of illness, diabetes, all these things people say that you cannot survive from it, but I just honestly just don't agree. So that's my 2 cents and everything.
Thank you. Now, and she made a valid point. We can't want something for somebody who don't want it. That we can want all day long that our kids go and do with the right things, but they're going to make their own decision. I can want for Anna and me. I can want for everybody in here to have a great life and all of the things, but I can't want it for them. I want it for you, but wait, somebody can do squats for me, right? Somebody can do my squats. Somebody can
Yes,
do
but
my
they're
push.
going to get the benefits.
Somebody can run for me, right? That doesn't work. Nobody can want something for me. Nobody can want something for me. I can't want something for someone else. So what do you want? What, and I guess that should be capital YOU. What do you want? And you're going to get whatever it is that you want. I say that I want to finish life strong, and I'm quoting that from Maureen. I want to live life strong, but am I doing what's necessary to do that? Am I doing today what, or am I letting my taste buds and the convenience rule? Or because convenience only happens when you're too busy. Like Maureen says, we live ourselves in the red zone. The challenge is to get people to slow down, to be quiet, calm down, to restore health. And I'm not living in the red zone anymore. I refuse to live in it. I'm not going to do it. If I want to be healthy, fit, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to sleep at a certain time. When I feel myself getting tired, I'm do like Carlos said, get some rest. I'm going to get some rest. I am going to take a nap. I was doing something. I'm like, oh, I am not writing another offer. I'm going to go lay down and go to sleep because I needed to be fresh. Other countries, I think this is in South America and Spain and Europe, they take naps during the day, siestas, whatever, go to sleep.
Take a little nap, take a power nap. Yes.
And so I don't want to take a power nap so I can get up and jump back on the wheel again.
Yes.
I want to refresh. You're not on edge with people when you're rested. There's so many things. This has been a lively conversation.
It really has. The comments are coming in. We're going to try to finish them, and then we're going to give you the rest of your day.
Yes. So Anna says, what do you want? What am I doing today? Just make the decision for today. And the siesta is a beautiful concept. Yes, it is. So we're going to leave you contemplating what's the one thing you want to do for today, health-wise, business-wise. And I'll tell you what, whatever you do for your body, it'll show up in your business. So we want to thank you for tuning in with us. We will be back tomorrow with TJ, who will be talking all about digital marketing and helping you with your social media marketing. Things are changing all the time. Wednesday, Coach Karen will be here with us talking about how you can bring profits in daily. Thursday, we'll be talking happy, healthy habits. And it would be Maureen. It could be Jill. It could be a whole bunch of people. Jill, we want to get you on in here too. I like Jerry's comment. Relax.
Yes. Is that simple enough? Oh, look.
Yes, and Anna, thank you for your comments. You know what? What are you going to do to relax today? Can that thing wait till tomorrow? I had to stop pushing through the night writing stuff because stuff does not look okay. I just need to shut this down and come at it tomorrow morning because I'm going to go to bed. So we're going to thank you. Friday we'll be talking tech. And then the following Monday is First Monday. We're going to be having some fun. We want to promote you and your business on next First Monday. in the clubhouse, over here on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. And we want to say thank you again.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Remember, guys, go to the front of your own line, and we'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.